Do you have the tub? The vanilla tub? How much do you sell that for?
23, something like that. 23, 24.
I need to start shopping with you. So I became vegan 5 years ago. For me, I'd been a lifelong vegetarian. I used to be addicted to cheese. I used to eat 1 kilogram of cheese a week, 1 pint of milk a day I used to drink. And then one day, I saw lots of videos online on Facebook. It just kept popping up, and I was questioning what I was eating. So I started seeing the truth about the dairy industry, the meat industry, the egg industry, and I had no idea what happens to cows in dairy farms. I had no idea that baby chicks get put through a blender at such a day old. So it was playing on my mind for about, I'd say, 8 months or 9 months, until I said that enough is enough. Like, I can either be part of this and fund it, or I can boycott it and use my wallet to vote against it. So I did it for 3 months, but after the first 3 weeks, I said, this is it. This is me for life. I can never ever go back. So basically, I have a tattoo as well on my hand, on my wrist. It's basically animals inside a barcode, but that barcode's a cage, and it means that they're breaking away from the cage, translating into animals are not a commodity. They're not a product to be exploited. They're not something you can buy. They're not someone you can buy. And at the bottom is the date I went vegan. That's very important for me, because I believe in the future, most people will look back at history and be shocked that they were part of such horrible industry. Followed by the word ahimsa. Ahimsa means a life of doing no harm to any beings, and I think that sort of sums up what the vegan lifestyle is. So when I became a vegan, I saw almost an instant change in my mind, body and soul. When I first became vegan, it was a little bit of a struggle, because I became vegan 5 years ago, and at the time I was in London. There was hardly any vegan menus around. There's maybe 1 or 2 fully vegan restaurants, but in chains there wasn't really any vegan options. So at the beginning, yeah, it was a little bit difficult in the sense that products were not widely available, but now it's a breeze. It's a walk in the park. I think anywhere you go in the world. I went traveling in Nepal and India, and believe it or not, I didn't struggle even for 1 day. There was vegan food widely available everywhere. So if someone's considering going vegan and you think you're going to miss cheese, you're going to miss ice cream, you're going to miss milk, you won't. Trust me, you will not. Like I said, I used to consume 1 pint of milk a day, 1 kilogram of cheese a week minimum, and ice cream, I used to have about 4 scoops in a serving, right? The best ice cream, in my opinion, is Swedish glaze vanilla ice cream. It's a tub, and it's not even just the best vegan ice cream, it's the best ice cream. All of my vegetarian friends who are addicted to dairy ice cream, as soon as they tried it, they now converted and switched over to buying this tub alone, which is vegan. For cheese, I highly recommend a brand called Cheese. It's amazing. It melts so well, whether that's on pizza, whether that's on toasty, but I also really like it in sandwiches as well. And for milk, Oatly is probably one of the most popular brands for plant-based milk. It is really good, it's really creamy, it's thick, and it's great for coffees, teas, and also your cereals. So if you're thinking about going vegan and you might be saying to yourself, it'll be too difficult, or you don't know where to start, or you're confused because it's a whole new world, just do it. Just, Nike, just do it. Just go straight into it. Half of the things you probably eat right now are probably vegan. Just change the meat for a plant-based meat alternative, okay? If it's a dish that contains cheese, just change the cheese to vegan cheese. That's all you have to do, simple switches. That way it's the same meal that you're used to, just with a slightly different taste until your taste buds adapt. It will make it a lot easier for you rather than trying vegan specific recipes.